I'm not an artificial sweetener guy. I stay clear of them. Sucralose, acesulfame potassium, all of that stuff, I personally stay clear of. I will not touch it at all during the course of my day for any reason whatsoever. Most whole food diets, or at least people that try to eat whole food diets, don't get everything that they need, and that is exactly what supplements are for. Welcome back, guys. Today we are going over supplements. Now, before we do that, I want you to do this for me. Pick up your cell phone and I want you to Google, does Paul Sklar own? Nothing else, just does Paul Sklar own? And I want you to tell me what comes up. I'm going to give you 15 seconds to do it because I know you're all fast. Okay, if you got it right, it should say Transparent Labs. Does Paul Sklar own Transparent Labs? It is the most searched question about me on the internet. And I didn't know it until my son actually pointed it out. And I tried it, and I've had everyone else try it, and the exact same thing pops up. So the big question, do I own Transparent Labs? Do I own all of these supplements behind me? Actually, I do because I purchased them for the studio. But no, I do not own Transparent Labs. I have been partnering with Transparent Labs for the last 3 years. After extensive research, knowing the people at Transparent Labs, knowing what they put in their products, where they source them from, I made an educated choice to partner with them. So I use their supplements. And today I'm going to tell you exactly which supplements I use, which ones I think work, and which ones you may not need to use. Because supplements are a gigantic industry and they are a confusing industry. Because what you see on social media, what you see on TV may not be true. Now, I'm going to give you a fun fact. So if you're watching this video, you're going to learn a little bit about me. I did not start taking any supplements whatsoever until I got into my mid to late 30s. That includes protein powder, creatine, the two staples of any supplement program. None of that stuff until I got into my mid-30s. I didn't take anything during my professional racing career. Nothing at all. Nothing. Now, being in the industry and racing on the amateur level, on the professional level, why didn't I take any supplements? Plain and simple, completely naive. I didn't think I needed them, nor was I very interested in them. Whole foods was my thing. And back then, we were only taught to eat pasta. We were taught to carbo load, right? I'm an endurance athlete, came from a running background, a distance running background, played football when I was a kid, wrestled, baseball, ended up with a Division I scholarship to Wake Forest, all ACC in the steeplechase, ran 3:53 for 1,500 meters, 8 minutes and 28 seconds for 3,000 meters, right? I was a distance guy. So why would I need any supplements? Basically, back then, all I ate were carbohydrates. I had very little protein in my diet. And even in my diet today, I don't get as much protein as I need, which is why, and I'm going to go into that in a couple of seconds, I supplement with protein today. So today I want to sift through all of the garbage. I want to get through all of the misinformation out there and tell you exactly what I use. Now, the first is a brand new steroid gummy. It is testosterone, nandrolone, Anavar, and something else, all in a gummy. Tastes great. Tastes like a Vidalia onion. So I take one of these steroid gummies, and then my muscles automatically grow. So yes, you caught me. I'm just kidding. There's no such thing. So if you're about to go out and get one of those gummies, you are too gullible. You've got to be knowledgeable, and you've got to research and use your common sense with what's out there. And with that said, these are the actual supplements that we use with our clients, and we use them with our clients because I use them myself. Now, I've got about 8 or 9 supplements that I use on a regular basis. I'm going to go over all of them today in no particular order, but I will start with the ones that I use the most. The first, 100% grass-fed whey protein isolate. I'm sure you've seen me on many commercials with this in hand. This is my number one go-to. It's whey protein isolate. And for me, I used to be relatively lactose intolerant, so I really couldn't take a lot of milk products. This, nothing. This is chocolate peanut butter, one of my new favorites. Oatmeal is also a favorite. But if we take a look here, and these are the ingredients. It's a very, very small ingredient list, and I'm going to read it off to you. Grass-fed whey protein isolate, 31.11 grams, so it tells you exactly how much is in there. Peanut flour, 3 grams. Cocoa powder, 1.5 grams. Natural chocolate flavor, 945 grams. Now that's not natural flavor, that's natural chocolate flavor. There's a difference. Salt, 324 milligrams. Stevia extract, 120 milligrams. Sunflower lecithin, 93 milligrams. Almost perfectly clean. But what you'll notice, if you take perfectly clean, and I mean with nothing in it, which Transparent Labs does have unflavored versions, you're going to get something that tastes like absolute. So if you're concerned about any natural flavors in any of the Transparent Labs products, get the unflavored. It's got no taste to it whatsoever, and if that's for you, then that's for you. I like a little bit of flavor. I can tolerate a lot, but I can't tolerate eating sawdust. Just doesn't work for me. I take one shake in the morning. I use 1 scoop of whey protein. And recently, I have been taking that, instead of with 2 scoops, I take it with 1 scoop of the grass-fed collagen. I have 22-gram version at home. This is the 11-gram version. So I get about 30 to 40 grams of protein. The benefit of the collagen and why I use it, it's great for your skin, for your hair, for your nails. One thing that I end up having to do a lot is cut my nails because they grow so fast when I'm taking this stuff. So whey protein isolate, collagen in my shake in the morning. Then I put in peanut butter. I put in mixed berries, mango, strawberries, all that kind of stuff, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, and I shake it up and I go to work. After I work out, I also take another shake with 1 to 2 scoops of whey protein isolate and Creatine HMB. That goes in my shake. Now, recently I've been putting it in my morning shake. And then I've also occasionally been putting it in my post-workout shake. So sometimes I go between 5 and 10 grams of creatine per day, but for the most part, 5 grams only. You really don't need to load creatine. You can use too much of it. If you don't drink enough water with it, it can bug you. So really the only side effect of creatine supplementation is dehydration and cramping. I have not had that happen, but I know people that it has happened to. You have to make sure you drink enough fluid with it. If now you're taking gummies, which Transparent does not make a gummy, but I've seen people take gummy. I've tried them. I've seen people take these gummies, chew them up, and not drink any water with them. So if you are taking gummies, make sure you are drinking the same amount of water that you would use if you were using creatine powder. Okay, now if you watched my workout videos, you know I'm always carrying around a shaker. What's in my shaker? One of 2 things. Intra, this is what I like to use that gives me energy during my workouts. It's got 6.7 grams of essential amino acids, 2 grams of taurine, 1 gram of coconut water powder. It's also naturally sweetened. So none of the Transparent Labs products have any artificial sweeteners because I will not deal with that. I take enough supplements that I don't want to put garbage like that into my body. I'm not an artificial sweetener guy. I stay clear of them. Sucralose, acesulfame potassium, all of that stuff, I personally stay clear of. I will not touch it at all during the course of my day for any reason whatsoever. It's my personal opinion. And I've seen some earlier studies that show that this stuff is not good for you. Read your label. I don't care if you use Transparent Labs or not. Read your labels. If you see this stuff, and it's in almost everything, there's a reason why there is a growing number of bizarre cancers. Why people are coming up with cancers that are so rare they've never been seen before. Think about some of the stuff that you're putting in your body. And again, if you want 100% natural, go with unflavored. And you can do that with Intra. Blue raspberry is my favorite flavor. So 1 scoop of Intra in here, or BCAAs with glutamine. So branched chain amino acids with glutamine. Glutamine is used for recovery. I will consume this sometimes just over the course of my regular day. Just put it in water, shake it up, and go. You all know that I do a lot of workouts outside on my turf. Sometimes it's 100 to 120 degrees on that turf, so I sweat a lot. The next supplement that I do use is Hydrate. It is an electrolyte formula. Very, very simple. 1 gram of taurine, 500 milligrams of coconut water, 884 milligrams of minerals. So everything in these supplements is detailed in the ingredient list on the back. It tells you exactly how many milligrams, grams of everything in the ingredient list is in there. I don't know of any other products that do that, but Transparent Labs does. And that is because they want to be fully transparent, plain and simple. I do caffeine in the morning, usually 1 cup of coffee, or I will do yerba mate in the morning. Simple. Now, if I'm getting ready to work out and I'm extremely exhausted and I don't have enough of my own natural energy to get up and work out, I will take bulk. So I'm not a gigantic pre-workout guy. I only take it when I need it. So if you don't need pre-workout and you have the natural ability to vamp yourself up, don't use it. If you don't, it's a great tool to use. Now, Transparent Labs also does have a stim-free with no caffeine. Again, every ingredient's on here. Now, if you want to learn a little bit more about the ingredients in all of the supplements that I'm talking about, I'm going to link it in the description. If you end up buying any of this stuff, and again, I am one of their partners. I do make commission off of sales. I'm very upfront about that. But it is, again, what I use, and I will not promote to you anything that I don't use. They're supplements. You want to utilize a whole food diet, but again, most whole food diets, or at least people that try to eat whole food diets, don't get everything that they need, and that is exactly what supplements are for. Now, last but not least, protein bars. The majority of protein bars on the market are absolute junk, absolute garbage. Look at the ingredients, you will find a mess in there. Protein Plus. I have been tearing these up. This is dark chocolate almond. My favorite is oatmeal chocolate chip. The problem is that everybody at the studio also knows that it is the best tasting flavor and they grabbed it all up, so I don't have any left, but these two are fantastic also. This is chocolate sea salt brownie. This is the best tasting protein bar that is actually good for you that I've used, and it tastes great. A lot of the other bars taste like candy bars, but they have so many artificial ingredients and chemicals in them. You do not want to use those unless you can't afford it. Now, keep this in mind. Transparent Labs is a premium product. And for a premium product, you're going to pay more. I'm not telling you if you don't have any money, you need to go out and buy these things. I'm telling you this is the best recommendation that I can give you for the cleanest products and best tasting products on the market. If you need to buy less quality products, and you might, there are products out there that will do the job. They just have a lot of fillers and artificial flavors and artificial sweeteners and a lot of chemicals in them to make up for the quality. And that's fine. I'm 53. I'm gotten to the point in my life where I can actually afford things. If I'm in my 20s or my late teens and I don't have the money, or I'm in my whatever it is, and I can't afford these higher price supplements, I'm going to go with whatever I can afford. So keep that in mind too, because I care about all of you. I have kids. I've got 5 kids. They struggle the same way I struggled. I don't come from much, and I know what it's like to earn $1 and have to pay for something. So my dad always taught me when I was a kid, you pay for what you get. If you pay for poor quality, you get poor quality. But understand that. If you pay for good quality, you get good quality. If you pay for great quality, you should get great quality. So if you keep that in mind, it'll help you make better decisions, not just with supplements, but in life. I came from very little, and my dad, in order to encourage my running career, which led to a Division I scholarship, always got me the best running shoes that he could afford. And I always remember that. The best running shoes that he can afford. He said, if I'm going to spend money on something, I'm going to spend it on this because it is for a purpose. If it's going to help you and it's going to help make your life better, and it may lead to something bigger and greater later on, I'm going to do this for you. Even though we barely had enough money to feed everyone, he still got me the best. Keep that in mind with everything that you do, and your life will be more fulfilling. You will understand the value of things more than you might if you didn't know this. It's a great life lesson. You pay for what you get. If you enjoy this, I'm going to be giving you a lot more information. I want you to leave me some questions in the comments, because every week I'm going to go through these comments and I'm going to pick 1 or 2 that I'm going to go over every single week. So if you are lucky, I will find your comment. I'll answer your question. It could be about biceps. It could be about shoulders. It could be about leg routines, full body routines. What do I eat for breakfast? Do I pick my nose? Do I go to the bathroom in the morning or night? Whatever it is, I will answer it. And we will all connect a little bit better. So if you enjoyed this, leave some comments for me. I want to know what information you want to get from me. Maybe how I got to the point in my life with 5 kids and owning a studio and having a professional racing career and social media. How did I get here? Well, if you have those questions, ask me. Look forward to getting these questions answered and seeing you all the next time.